The Pierce Historical Hall represents a unique addition to the campus of Wasatch Academy. Constructed in 1902 to serve as a private residence, it has seen many changes over the years. During the past century, it has served many different purposes: as a dining hall, the principal's residence, faculty housing, the school's museum, and finally as a guest house.
Well, Pierce Hall is one of the oldest buildings on campus, built around 1900. With Wasatch Academy being the oldest school in Utah, the oldest high school, we feel it's important for us to preserve our legacy, the fact that we have this deep, rich history, and in order to really help people understand our history, it is necessary to preserve our historic buildings, such as Pierce Historical Hall. And the school was started out as a dormitory, then became a residence for faculty, then it became a museum, and now it's serving as a girls' dorm, but soon to be a guest house. And I'm just delighted we can have this beautiful facility to host guests and to remind people of the rich heritage of Wasatch Academy.
The Pierce Historical Hall was constructed in 1902 as a family home for a local builder named Albert Peterson. It was designed as a tall, two-story, Victorian, and built out of brick masonry on a stone foundation. Its exterior features included stone trim, Roman arched windows and door bays, and decorative art glass transom windows. The interior featured a 20-foot atrium with an ornate staircase and a mezzanine that included turned balusters and decorative railings.
Well, the structure is in all the major projects that we do for the school now. School's very sensitive to potential earthquake problems. So this building needed some serious earthquake upgrade, of which some of it is done by actually taking most of the brick out of the wall and pouring concrete columns into the wall to give them enough integrity to not collapse in an earthquake. So particularly in the entrance hall was the main area where we had to add concrete columns. Some of these areas back in this part of the house, we were able to accomplish it with wood framed walls and plywood sheathing to create walls that'll reinforce the exterior walls.
The Presbyterian Women's Board of Home Missions purchased the building for Wasatch Academy in 1911 during the administration of Principal Charles Johns. It was known simply as the dining hall for a few years until it became Mr. John's official residence. It was later called the Indiana Hall and divided into upper and lower apartments to house the members of the faculty. In 1979, it was dedicated as a museum and renamed the Pierce Historical Hall in honor of donors Martin and Beverly Pierce.
We first planned on Pierce Hall to make it into a guest house. This would be used for visiting parents, graduation speakers, alumni, and also a place for students when we have too many students for a dorm, which would be mostly girls. And to this date, it's functioned very well like that.
Wasatch Academy's Board of Trustees and a design committee led by head of school Joseph Lofton decided to completely renovate Pierce Hall and use it as a guest house for the visiting alumni and friends of the school. They wanted to preserve the building's historic character while performing repairs to its exterior materials.
The structural upgrade of the building was the primary vision. This building was built in 1902, and they just didn't build things the way they do now, and they didn't understand about earthquakes and what a building can do if it's shaken by high winds or earthquake. So it's a tall, skinny building, and we basically took it apart and put a wood frame building inside. They're very stout 2x6 wood frame inside every single room of the building.
The exterior walls needed a significant structural upgrade in order to meet current building codes. This required the design and construction of a building within a building, in which new wood-framed walls were built on top of concrete footings and attached to the inside of an exterior brick. Minor interior remodeling was necessary to provide bathroom facilities for each of the 4 bedrooms. The existing parlor was kept as a common area for guests, and the kitchen was updated. Doors, transoms, window casings, and other decorative elements were carefully removed during the structural upgrade phase of construction and later reinstalled. The building also received new electrical, lighting, fire suppressions, and security systems. The Pierce Historical Hall is one of the most beautiful and distinctive structures on Wasatch Academy's campus, and illustrates the school's ongoing commitment to preserving its unique architectural heritage.